Hello. Hi. An hour late. Not happy, but it's all good. We're here now. And we can get going. Episode 30, technically. Last week was 29.5. So this is episode 30 of Scales of Destiny on Explore the Beyond. Much excite. Hey guys. Welcome. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all doing well. Let's just dive in and we'll see what's occurring.
Stuff, it's very much quite base things. But at the same time, I don't do any damage, so it's a...
I have my braces that give me my 2 extra defense, and then my firing, and that's really all that's been saving me.
Of course.
Of course.
Quite.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Hello.
this is technically episode 30.
Oh.
Very exciting.
It's a milestone.
It is a milestone. It's the third
Decade.
Yeah, it's the third decade of episodes. Boris, you said you were going to do a quick recap. So,
Yeah, 2 episodes in one.
2 episodes in one. Let's go.
It was pretty much right. So the last one before that, it's pretty much just massive fight. So the start of the previous one, I'm gonna turn the in-game music down a bit because it's
Yeah, I've just had to do the same thing.
Yes, that's not your fault. See, I think originally before the fight even started, we were in like the bar. We planned to go to the church, and then we realised that like Mustard's sword had got stolen, the bag of holding got stolen from Sköld as well, and then we got hit with a fireball, which was a bit fun. We set fire to the ground and the church partly as well, and then we saw Rukun, who was the halfling, running away or sort of hide around, and proceeded for then a lot of connection issues and 2 episodes of it. Tried to kill him. He tried his best, summoning like a fire elemental, running away, disengaging a lot, going through the church. 2 episodes. He made it around all the way around the church and inside in 2 episodes. While Sköld had a bit of a to and fro with the elemental. At some point, Aqua decided to drink a potion of, is it Aquacious form?
Yep.
And turn into like a puddle and kind of float around, try to put the fires out.
Live my best life.
And then I think when only went to go unconscious, I think. But that was because you didn't get your abilities for being water form or something. But you managed to put out some fires. We had the priest inside there as well, who Rukun decided to try to like finish off, as for some reason or another. I don't know who was scared or what. But Sköld managed to look after them. They didn't die. Got outside. Lots of spells cast to and fro. He ran out of haste because he had like a potion of haste originally. So he kind of like went a bit slow motion. We managed to finish, knock him down, and get the fires put out with help from the locals, and try to make it obvious that we were the good guys and we couldn't get blamed for this at all. Hopefully, but everyone seems to think we're like heroes, so that's great. We looted his body. We got a scimitar, a dagger, dragon scale, short bows, some boots, a cloak, a wand, ring, and a chain neck. And he had like a full body was it a magical tattoo, I believe, of some sort, for what we could see on the body.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what they are, but I don't think we would, unless it's something different. But guards turn up. Didn't seem that bothered. They kind of, I don't know. They seemed a bit like, oh yeah, cheers, we'll take him. So we kind of like heroes. Had a rest up, did a bit of shopping, shared out some of the loot. Tried to speak to Rukun, but he was still unconscious inside the holding cell. Just headed back to the tavern. That's roughly. You've had like a short rest in there at some point as well, I believe.
Yeah, I think you did. Sounds about right.
It's
Bit
when we were
condensed.
tuning our stuff.
That's right. Yeah, Sköld was spending a bit of time ritually casting Identify
Yeah, you did. Where did you do that?
in that room upstairs.
Oh yeah. So you went back to the pub, rested, then went to the prison. Then came
Went
back.
shopping, then the prison, I
Yeah,
think.
that's right.
And now back, yeah. I don't know what time of day it is. I guess afternoon? Maybe
No,
not.
Midday,
it's not
probably.
even that. It's only been midday. It's not been
Yeah.
long at all since you actually woke up.
This day never ends.
That's all right. It's fine.
Did you say the thing about the ground shaking and the volcano spewing
Nope.
ash? Yeah, that
No,
happened too.
yeah, that ran back. Oh, well, actually, I even forgot one other thing. Right at the start, a bit of lore, which our characters forgot as well with all this. That me and Aqua, when we were in the fire, originally noticed. Kind of like got pulled in with like some like fiery image of like Nell's backstory, where we see Nell and her parents, and lots of maniacal laughing from Nell, and houses burning down, and family members getting taken away.
Oh, the normal
haven't-
stuff.
Yeah, some concerning stuff. And we haven't told Nell yet.
Well, to be fair, there wasn't a chance about it yet.
No. But as I said before, Vic, last time Vic asked if you were right, you set fire to Aqua and a few things. So I don't know if he's going to, but we'll find out together.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe Aqua will.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I can't foresee anything going wrong. We rejoin the Navigators. Sat around a table in the saloon. It's quite quiet in here at the moment. Everybody's either out and about or off gossiping with friends. The drunk dwarf who was here the previous night and this morning is already back to drinking. The barman is working hard to keep up, but also kind of having a relaxed-ish day, not too stressed. So yeah, we join the four of you around your table.
Right. I suppose we need to figure out where we want to go next. If we want to wait just for our friend to wake up, or if we want to go out and try and find any more leads, or maybe even, dare I say it, explore volcano. I don't think that's a good idea, but
I'm going to say explore beyond again.
Yeah, I did.
I think we might as well probably speak to Rukun when we can.
Yeah, it depends when he actually awakens. Because what information are we hoping to get from him anyway?
Information about the beanbag?
Yeah, like obviously he got the stuff from somewhere. It must be from something like a beanbag house of some sort.
I mean,
Yeah.
everything that I've seen in his head points to the fact that that beanbag is alive, which would be a huge problem considering that there's a little beanbag floating around somewhere and we don't know where.
Might be
I'm
linked.
sure if it was loose and actually annoyed, we would hear and see more of its devastation.
But the Sköld, the beanbag is supposed to be dead, yes?
Yes, as the legends go, the heart was apparently ripped out, and hence the jewel, if you will, originally.
What if there were more than one heart? Or not hearts?
Well, I'm no expert on biology or anything like that, so I couldn't say, but
Well, we know by now that it wasn't the heart.
no.
Yes.
No.
So,
But-
what if it just went unconscious and went to sleep for a long time and is now coming back to power?
It's not outside the realms of possibility, considering the age they can live to. They may be able to go into hibernation for equally long periods of time.
Well,
How
maybe
long
that-
ago? Sorry, go on.
maybe that's how he got all these really cool weapons and tools. Maybe it was in a weakened state, so he was able to. His team went in. He come out by the looks of it with the loot.
Is anyone watching us? Is anyone listening to our conversation?
Currently, you are the four in the tavern, along with the drunk dwarf and the tavern keeper. The tavern keeper's paying no mind.
Okay.
His profession kind of indicates stay out of people's business.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we're not the first adventurers who have come along looking for the beanbag, looking for loot. You know, who has the bow? Did we put the bow in the bag of holding?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think I was going to grab it at certain points if I need it.
Yeah, and considering that, I'm just not positive about what to do here. Clearly, we can't just go into a beanbag's lair and try and fight it or figure out what's going on. We are
No.
not strong enough to do that. And Rukun's group, team, friends, whichever, have clearly tried, and I'm not. That's what we need to find out. What happened to them? What has he done to, to be so scared and to be so agitated and to warrant wanting to kill the priest without any wanting to kill us? I mean, I know I read his mind, but in general, what is his deal? So we need to talk to him.
Yeah, about that. Maybe we talk to people with words before we try to brain them in the future.
I just roll my eyes and don't say anything.
He did seem like an animal trapped in a corner that had no way out, and he tried everything to get rid of us.
Still was quite a bit extreme of a reaction.
He was setting fire and murdering innocents. Another reason why we want to talk to him is because it's about the dragon. Like, if he can tell us the size of the dragon. I mean, if the dragon can dragons talk? They can, can't they? We spoke to some in.
Size of the red dragon. Do you think it's the beanbag? Do you think it's the baby beanbag?
Well, it could be a small, medium. Like, we don't know. And also, if they can talk, then they might have said its name to. Oh.
We have
Rufus.
moved.
Why is it done that?
Oh, the music sounds a bit intense.
Well, I'll continue talking.
No, don't
I've
worry.
just-
That was not intentional.
Ah.
Teleportation.
In a
I was-
shadow world.
I was like, oh my god, why is it? Why? How is this broken it? And should be this.
The one thing that has occurred to me is maybe the beanbag was never stolen. Maybe the beanbag hatched.
Hmm.
Oh.
So we're not looking for the people who stole it, but maybe we're just looking to see what became of it.
There we go.
Maybe that's what we sort of started to encounter here.
Yeah, that could be. How long ago was this how long ago was this fight against Asoa?
Oh,
Um,
I haven't got it noted down, but I was going to say like hundreds of years ago.
yeah, it was centuries.
That's not specific enough. I want to have a number of centuries.
Make a history check, Sköld.
History. Not proficient in it.
Okay.
Centuries.
Many
Right.
centuries
It's
ago.
at least literally 6 centuries.
The
like-
exact
Legitimately,
date was lost.
at least 6 centuries.
Okay, so 600 years plus. I don't think it's a good idea to go to the mountain immediately or to go to the volcano immediately. We should probably go to the city first where the heart was taken from and talk to people there. And see if we can figure out what happened.
Hmm.
That's my proposal.
It does
And-
seem like people are hiding something here.
Well, it's more that I don't think anybody knows for certain the truth, and well, obviously there's conflicting stories depending on which clan people belong to, their allegiance, and also what they personally believe in.
Maybe that's it. Someone does know the truth, but to try and hide it, they've blamed one of the clans for stealing it, which caused that clan to blame one of the other clans.
Or maybe no one knows the truth.
Could be.
And sorry, remind me. Did your people know what it really was as well, or was it just?
No, to them
Mm-mm.
it was a precious heirloom, but wow.
Someone must have known.
Well, the Heavenly Lady knew.
Yeah.
But she seemed to be one of the only people, and she entrusted us with that knowledge.
Yes,
I-
whether the custodians of the beanbag knew of its origins and what it really was, perhaps.
Maybe we can get close and ask them.
That's the plan, isn't it?
Exactly. And if so, then maybe we're going to get privy to a bit more
Hmm.
information.
Maybe if we use the Heavenly Lady's name, we might be able to get a bit more access, or hopefully, if she's well received.
That's what we have the badges for now.
So yes, that might be a good idea. To just see if we can shine some light on it before we do anything too rash and decide to, I don't know, step into something that maybe we're not quite prepared for.
Yeah.
Indeed. You three, spells wise, we need a rest, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I have no. Well, I have a few spells. I have 2 spells left, essentially.
Okay.
I am actually good. I put all my sorcery points in recharged.
Yes, I'm running low as well.
Okay. So we spend the rest of the day here, have a night, and then maybe check on Rukun tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we can head off towards another town. I don't think there's anything else for us to do here, is there, really?
No, I think we've explored.
How is
Wow.
the priest doing?
You don't know at the moment. The last you saw him, he was kind of gingerly tidying up the wreckage inside his church.
Yeah, and he's alive and he's more or less well.
Yeah, he surprised you by still being alive. If you remember, his Sköld came over to do spare the dying on him, and he was non-receptive because he was still living.
He wasn't quite dead.
Not
Mm.
dead yet.
Maybe he's tougher than. Well, he obviously is tougher than we thought, but there's more to this priest.
Yeah.
Maybe we go help, and while we're helping, have a conversation. Because why would he just decide to stab him out of everyone randomly? He could have spent the time trying to kill one of us, then running away.
It is odd. Maybe
I don't
we
know.
should.
Maybe we
Maybe
should
he's
ask.
just nuts.
Maybe. Maybe, but maybe not. Let's go help in the church and talk.
I'm
let's go
actually
talk to
gonna-
another cult leader.
I'm actually gonna go back to the merchant that we talked to, whose name I forgot again, and it starts with a B.
It's literally on the.
Bamira.
Bermira.
Oh, it's not
Gold.
because it was hidden.
Bamira Goldforge.
Yeah, look at Burius.
I started putting big square boxes around names in my notes so I can see them clearer as I go through.
I haven't since I got a new notebook, I haven't reassessed all of my notes. Usually I would copy them again and, make them colorful. And since my old notebook is full, I haven't done that. So I need to redo that.
And you
Anyway,
go through a notebook every 2 sessions because of how many pages you write.
essentially, yeah. Anyway, I want to go back to him quickly. I just want to ask him a question. I know we've been there just an hour ago, but I remembered something that I want to do. So yeah.
Okay, well, do we go to the church first, or do we what?
We can split. I mean, 2 of us
I
can
mean-
go. Or
Yeah, it's
No,
only a couple of 100 yards down, and I think as long as we're in the same city and I can, point towards you,
that's true.
and saying, "Hey, I'm with Sköld," and they know that the people that we've interacted with, most of them know that we're with you. So
You want to go by yourself, do you?
I mean, I don't mind if anyone wants to come along. It's not a secret. It's all fine.
So brave. So brave.
I mean, obviously, I guess Sköld should probably go to the church. It's his faith. We should
Yeah.
wait. We can. I'm happy to leave
I'm
you
gonna
to
go
go.
and help whoever's going to the church.
Yeah, same.
I didn't like that shopkeeper. He had nothing for me.
You didn't even ask for anything. You didn't want to spend any money.
Exactly. My goal.
Actually, yeah. You go by yourself then.
Okay.
If you're happy, if you're in the town, just don't. You can send messages, can't you? Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Just
But
don't
then
set
Mind read
anything on fire.
us. No one else.
I can't mind read anyone right now anyway, but yes. Maybe I can. I don't actually know. I haven't checked. But yes, it's not a secret. I'm not doing anything dangerous. I just want to ask him for some equipment.
Okay. And we'll head to the church and yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See you in a bit. Oh
Yeah.
wait.
Someone closed the doors.
It's not on the same map, is it? No.
No.
I'm just gonna stay in, and here you can move.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Okay.
It's not worth changing the maps.
Before we get into the church, I was going to speak to these two out of earshot
Mhm.
of Nell eventually, but do whichever way you want to do it.
We're going to do Dell first.
Okay.
Presumably because it's quicker. We'll see.
Yeah. It's honestly, I just want some equipment. She's not doing anything secret.
Dum dum dum.
For once she isn't. Yeah, she's going to the shop and she's knocking on the door before she steps in.
All right. You knock on the door, and the gnome that you saw previously answers. Yes. What is it? Hello. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Nell. Sorry, I've been here earlier in the day and I talked to Bamira. I was just wondering. I remembered something. I was just wondering, do you have any forgery kits?
Forgery kits? Why?
Because I am trying to practice my forgery skills to convince someone that I'm in love with that I want to send them. I don't know. Do you have any forgery kits?
He takes a moment. Considers you. Awfully strange for an outsider to want forgery kits.
It does not. It doesn't have anything to do with Karisgard. I am very well aware of the rules and very well aware of the laws, and my dwarven patron, is that the word? My dwarven companion is very well looking out for us. I am just looking for a forgery kit to add to my equipment.
Roll. A persuasion or deception check.
Okay.
Depending on whether you're lying or not.
Yeah, I'm not lying. I don't think so. Persuasion. Ah! I can't. There you go. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Sorry.
It wasn't a 1.
It's true. Do you forge things often?
Not at all.
Hmm.
Not at all. I never forge anything.
And yet now you've decided you want to.
I think, don't you think that's a good skill to have?
It's a suspicious skill.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm being honest with you here. I just would like to purchase a forgery kit.
37 gold.
How about 15?
36 gold.
How about 15?
37 gold.
I don't have that much gold.
Well. You want me to keep your secret and yet you're not willing to pay for it?
I'm not. You can tell anyone you can tell anyone you meet that I purchased a forgery kit. People can happily search me and whatnot. I'm not planning to commit a crime. I just think it's a good skill to have to.
You want me to be complicit in your crimes?
I'm not. I'm not planning on committing any crimes.
45 gold.
20 gold.
45.
20.
45.
20.
50.
What did you say?
50.
20.
You're not negotiating very well, are you?
Well, it's just a few pieces of paper and what else? And some ink.
And yet you specify it as a forgery kit and you want me to be complicit. Therefore,
Well, the last time I encountered a forgery kit, there was some stamps and some wax and some other stuff involved. I just want one.
37 gold.
25.
36.
25.
36 and a half.
No. That is way too much money for just a little bit of stuff. Is your boss around?
He's out.
Of course he is.
You didn't even ask my name. How rude.
No, I didn't. What's your name?
My name is Cathy Tronzord. With a Q.
In the end or in the beginning?
Where do you think?
In the middle.
50 gold. For your cheek.
30.
35.
30.
33.
31.
You are testing my patience, child. 33.
31.
32 and a half.
32.
32 and a 2.
32.
32. Fine.
Yeah. Okay.
He just turns to his left and picks up a bunch of paper and plonks it in your hands, and then goes back around behind the counter, picks up a whole load of inks and a few stamps that seem to be kind of like almost like a clay. You can sort of mold them how you need, and kind of plonks them on top. I'll get a box. And he goes back out the back and comes back with a nicely kind of velvet-looking, sort of fairly thin box, but you know, it has a kind of a nice bit of chunk to it, and you know, it looks fairly decent. And he kind of piles it all in and holds his hand out. You pay.
I pay and I take out 32 gold and give it to him.
He stands there and counts out every single coin. That'll do. Thank you for your business.
Thank you. Is this what could be considered like a forgery kit
Yeah.
that I can use? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me one in my inventory?
DL so demanding.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, you three, what you doing?
Okay. Now Nell's actually gone. It's actually worked out quite well.
Quick, let's run while she's not here.
That is an option. No. When we got hit by that fire, like 2 hours
Which
ago. The first
I've been
main
hit by
one.
many.
The first one, the main, like from the big fireball.
Yes.
It's kind of had a brief moment where like there was like a two Nells or something, and then like one of them.
Wait, you saw that too?
Yeah, it was like it's almost like
She's
a memory or
split.
something. Yeah,
And then,
I mean,
yeah.
Gold, did you see it?
I didn't see anything. I went through the church and was chasing after Rutkin.
Was it because we were stuck in the fire?
Maybe. I don't know, but it's really weird. It's like we could see a memory or something of like. 'Cause obviously, it sounds like she doesn't really know what has happened, or she's blocking out or something. But
She's told us she can't remember her parents.
yeah, but I mean, if you saw the same thing as I did.
Yeah, I
And-
would consider them people parents.
Oh yeah, and then one very maniacal Nell laughing after seeing. Did she think she set fire to it and killed everyone? Or I don't know. There was people that are pulling them away as well. It was weird.
Don't think Nal herself did. It felt like when she said she couldn't control herself when she attacked us at the docks. But it was more in control then, whatever it is.
Maybe unless there's still like two Nells or something. I don't know. And one of them, I don't know. I'm really confused. But
Really
you saw
bad
it too.
split personality.
Yeah, I mean, we should. I was thinking like probably worth telling her what we saw, but the idea would be when we tell her.
It might
And
trigger another episode.
So not
Yeah.
in a town is what I'm thinking.
Or a forest.
Ideally, not a town off. Maybe around some water.
So back in the
swimming.
ocean we go.
We go swimming for a little bit. Okay. Well, we'll keep
you
it
want
to ourselves
to-
now.
I was going to say, do you want to drop hints as if we kind of are guessing about her past, like on the way, and see if she picks anything up herself? Or
Oh, I don't know.
do you think even that's a bit risky?
I think as soon as we're somewhere safe, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll just knock her out if we have to. But at least then she won't set fire to people's houses.
I'm still worried about being set on fire.
I mean, both of you are resistant to fire.
I still don't like being set on fire.
It's not quite.
But
as
it seems a
pleasant
common occurrence for me.
Let's change into a puddle again.
I no longer have that, unfortunately.
That might be your new name, Puddle.
Great. I do not love it.
I do.
Sucks to be you because that's your name now.
Wow. He
Hello.
gets Thick Vic and I get Puddle.
Does it?
Sorry, dude. That's just how the cookie crumbles, man.
At that
Yeah.
point, I'm gonna just like walk off and start helping sort out the church.
There's a few other people around the church as well, like sort of picking up scraps and broken bits of wood and such. The fires have all been put out. Still a few smouldering excuse me. Still a few smouldering embers, but mostly it's all, sorted and not a problem anymore. Inside, the door is open. You can see the priest inside, still beaten up, still bloody from where he got stabbed in the kidney. But he's limping round, assessing, collecting up some of the mess and debris. Seems, okay.
Right. Suppose I'll approach him. How's it going, priest? I know that you had a close encounter with the
Sixth
Third kind.
yes, with our escaped convict. We can call him that now.
Yes. Unpleasant, but I have, by the grace of Vulcan, made it through.
Indeed,
Thank you for your assistance.
it is no problem. I am also a devotee of Vulcan.
I see that. I welcome you to our holy sanctuary.
Very much. It's a nice place you have here. It's a shame that there was some damage taken. We tried our best to minimize it, but fortunately he was quite out of control.
Indeed, it was awfully sudden. 1 minute I'm writing a new prayer and coming up with some new schematics, and suddenly there's fire everywhere. Most irregular.
Yes, we weren't expecting it either. We had previously spoken with him, but he didn't seem so aggressive. I don't know what triggered it, and that's what we are trying to find out now, doing some investigation. Don't know if you perhaps had dealings with him before, know of him.
No, I don't know who he is. Must admit. Very strange.
Have you not seen him around before? Or is he irregular maybe, or is he just someone passing through?
As far as I know, he's just someone passing through.
Okay.
Came through a few weeks ago with a band of people. Fellow dwarf like ourselves. But this fellow dwarf was not interested in what I had to say.
I see. Yeah, we heard that he had a group with him, and they have since disappeared. We don't know their fate exactly. But that's another mystery in and of itself. I suppose something else to discuss would be the recent happenings with the gem that is heart of Yasua, which has been stolen. I was wondering if you had any ideas about this occurrence.
I have heard such troubling tales of this, yes. Personally, no, I've not had any dealings with it, but hopefully the clans can sort this mess out and it'll all blow over nicely.
We hope so too.
Although, just between you and me, friend, these tremors, these quakes of the earth, they started around the same time.
Don't know if there could be something linked.
It does concern me, yes. What if the theft of the heart is caused it?
Well, it's great value and unknown exactly what sort of magical properties it has. We know it's linked to the volcano, of course, but yes, perhaps something has caused a trouble somewhere. It is hard to say, rumors and legends of the Hearty Sower. Not many people, if any, know the true origins.
No, it's such a long time ago, you see. It's always just been part of our society.
It is something else we're looking into. It's, what or who could have possibly stole this such valuable heirloom right under our noses, if you will. Seems almost impossible.
It does. I've visited Kir Doral and I've seen it in its plinth. It was quite spectacular. But it's so heavily guarded. It seems unlikely to have just been taken one day without anybody noticing or being able to stop them.
Perhaps that might be our next stop then. To talk to people closer to hand if they're willing to diverge any information. I can imagine it being a very sensitive topic, but...
Well, depending on who you speak to, yes, I suppose so, but also there are those out there that just want this problem solved.
Well, we're hoping we can come to a conclusion.
Was this halfling fellow part of the problem? Did he have something to do with it?
Well, we don't know. He seemed very erratic, and we knew he had been an adventurer before with a party. So to say they were suspicious to start off with would be too harsh, but after talking to him and finding out some information, our suspicions were raised as to what sort of undertakings he may have been doing, but we couldn't get any concrete evidence or information about any wrongdoing out of him, and then he suddenly attacked us.
Interesting. It's most irregular. Lihnhoff is usually quite a small, quiet town, bordering on city. Bit of trade here and there, but nothing ever like this.
So, what would you say is the best way of getting to Kir Doral?
Oh, well, there are plenty of roads. You're able to get there just by... I would bring up the map, but alas.
Oh, dwarf, Jesus.
Disabled cookies and now I can't log in. Typical. It's all good.
Cheetah sweet. I should stop eating these. I nearly ate like half a bag. It's not good.
Only
It was
half.
Halloween yesterday.
Disappointed. Disappointed.
I had kids come up to my door. I didn't have any sweets at home. I hid in the bathroom so they couldn't see me. I was in the kitchen, and my kitchen goes to the road. Well, not to the road, but goes to the side where the people would ring my doorbell. And I heard them, "There's light in the window!" And I'm like, fuck.
It's an introvert's worst nightmare, worst time of the year. Like people
Literally.
coming to your door and disturbing your peace.
Literally.
You just follow the Eastern Road, really.
Okay. And
Yes. The main
that's
trade route through should be easy enough.
alright.
Are you not local to these parts?
Well, it's been it's been a while, but we don't know. Well, we've been away for a few months, and I didn't know if anything had changed regarding security on the roads and the like, whether it's more difficult to travel.
Currently, no, not that I've heard. But
Okay.
if the mountain keeps smoking, who knows?
Let's hope we can resolve this sooner.
Indeed, it hasn't erupted properly for many, many, many moons. So I'm sure it'll be fine.
When was the last time it did erupt?
Well, the craftsmen have forged a way of preventing it so that most of the leavings end up on the other side of the island.
Yes, that's what I remember.
Yes. But the last known full eruption was maybe 300 years ago, 350 years ago. In that time frame. Devastating, but certainly an eye-opener, to say the least.
Well, hopefully the countermeasures can hold, and perhaps they can reinforce them, do some additional work to alleviate these tremors.
I'm sure they're doing all they can. I'm sure.
Well, thank you for spending the time to talk.
Of course. Always willing to stop and talk to a fellow brother.
Likewise, and I hope you get better and the church is fully restored to its former glory.
Well, yes, we will have to fork out for some new wood to make the repairs, but it's been needing them for a long time. This is just a further encouragement to get it done sooner, really.
Suppose everything has a silver lining.
Indeed. Well, I hope I was of some help, and if you do need any more help, do feel free to return.
Yes, you've shed some light on maybe what we need to do next. And thank you. We will return if we have any questions.
Very well. And if you have any new designs or schematics that you wish to share with the group, then please feel free.
That does remind me. And I pull out an old dusty tome of the siege weapon we saw way back in that goblin cave.
Way back in day.
Way back in day, and go,
Oh.
well, I haven't had much use of these, but I wonder if you can know anything of them.
He looks them over and there's there's a moment of kind of trying to get a grasp of what they are. And then his eyes go wide a little bit. Well, not what I was expecting whatsoever, but blimey. It's quite advanced stuff. Never seen anything like it. Very helpful. Did you come up with these?
No, not I. I found them many moons ago on one of our adventures. It seemed rather out of place in where they were found, but we never really found any reason for them being there, or no machinery was being constructed. It just seemed a bit out of place.
Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing.
Problem at all.
I'm sure this will lead to some great innovations.
Well, I'm glad to help our community prosper.
Yes, I appreciate that. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and hands you a sheet of paper or parchment that you recognize it as like a commendation, in essence, like a commendation from the church. But in essence, it's kind of just a blank piece of paper with just sort of like a Vulcan thanks you essentially written on it.
It's an IOU.
Basically, yeah. But they're not easy to come by. Like, you have to do something pretty spectacular to get them.
Okay. Thank you.
Of
May come
course.
in handy when we need to find out some additional information, shall we say.
Of course, of course. Like I said, please feel free to return if you have anything else you wish to share.
Will do. Okay. I think we are done here.
He says, trying to sound all macho and manly when there's a tear dripping from his eye.
So was he an adventurer or something beforehand?
To be honest, I don't think I asked. So
What was his name?
You didn't ask that either.
no, we don't.
Unbelievable.
Us dwarves, we don't do small talk like that. We get straight to the point, and we.
To be fair, that is a very Scandinavian thing to do. No small talk, straight to the point.
Can I shout back? Like, where did you train? Have you been an adventurer before?
No, I've never adventured, but my faith has empowered me. Or, well,
Good job.
I've done a few journeys here or there, but mostly just other temples, you know.
Sound, very, very, very sound abilities you seem to have, or to survive at least, you know.
I appreciate your recognition, thank you.
I'm not going to ask his name, I'm just going to carry on going.
Oh, now who's the one who's weird?
Hey, look, it was weird if I ask him now. You've been talking to him for an hour.
He sounded very much like a cult leader.
Watch your tongue, Aqua.
So we went in there for like five minutes really, and just like tidied up a little bit while we got some information and just left.
Essentially, he's got no leads on what could be causing anything, or the halfling mainly saying that Kiedran is, and I don't know why I keep pronouncing it like that, is sort of like the place to go if we want to find out a bit more about the beanbag.
Okay, but he didn't seem to like know the halfling from anywhere. No.
No, not a familiar face. More passing through than anything.
Unless he was lying, but he shouldn't be lying because he's, you know, same religion as you, same, you know, respectable position.
Yeah, I don't think he has any reason to lie.
No, probably not. Well, Nell's not here. Maybe she's got lost. Should we go east then?
No, she's gone. She's gone back. Nell's gone back to the tavern.
You don't
Yeah,
see any fire in the distance.
Should just wait for her and check, make sure she doesn't cause any other problems, and I keep shutting doors.
Yeah,
at
she
her.
would just head straight to the jail just in case she's there already.
Don't appreciate this negativity.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
There's Nell in her favourite spot.
I'm gonna wait until Meglo's back. I wanna do something.
Okay.
It looks like she wants to play dice again.
No.
We need to like spend the day. Just get
Yeah, I have a plan.
just quick, like a quick
Just
like.
find something that you want to practice. Nell's gonna practice forgery.
I'm going to.
That's my plan. Sorry, what?
Yeah, I'm going to praise all the random magical stuff that I still have on my person that you guys didn't want, no one else wanted to. Can absorb its knowledge. Like a sponge.
Oh! I don't know if we can do that.
Oh.
Oh, that's something that I've been wanting to do for months now, but I'm not entirely sure whether I can do that here without getting arrested.
You want to put on a show?
Excuse me.
I
was
do.
thinking more of a seance.
No, I do want to put on a show.
Oh, really? I was joking. I literally just joking.
No, I want to put on a show and I want to get Aqua involved.
Oh no.
I've literally been saying this to Meglo like for months that there's something that I want to do, but there's like there hasn't been an opportunity.
That
To
might
do
be
that.
illegal.
You choose the one bar with only one dude in it.
No, it's not that kind of show.
Equally, if you roll on that one on any kind of check, you might burn the whole place down. So
Yeah, no, it's not that sort of thing. I wanted to do something. I'm not entirely sure whether we can do it here. It's all very foresty, isn't it? Oh, we can't do it today anyway because none of us have spell slots left. Oh, I don't anyway.
okay.
It's nothing scary. I'm not trying to burn anyone down. I wanted to do something fun, but I can't do that when I don't have any spell slots. So, Josh, be warned, there's something I'm going to drag you into. It's nothing dangerous or anything, but there's something that I want to do in the future, but we can't do it today because I don't have any spells.
Anything from now sounds terrifying.
Yathina.
Doesn't matter how you put it across.
Yathina, calm down.
Yes.
None of
Why?
these big plans of yours. We've had enough big fires, thank you.
I know, that's not fire related.
It's you. Everything's fire related.
No.
You could play Aqua and it would still be fire related.
No.
You burnt down an entire forest in a different campaign playing a character that has nothing to do with fire.
That wasn't my fault.
That's pretty amazing.
It kind of was.
It wasn't my fault. It was House's fault. Anyway, now that you're back and I see the group come in, and I sit in the corner with my the paper spread out and the different bottles of ink and whatever she has gotten from the forgery kit. And she's sitting in the corner and she's looking up and Sköld, do you have a letter? Any sort of letter? Anything that is handwritten?
Suppose I have this recommendation I've just received.
From what?
The church.
I okay. Do you not have anything else? Maybe something that has more words on it.
Just go through my notes that I've scribbled down about my.
It's fine. What about Aqua or Vic? Do any of you have anything handwritten that is more than just a few words?
Not a language, you know.
From the labels on my potions, no.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be a language that I need to know.
You know what? I'm not going to give the person who burned things my special.
I'm not going to burn anything.
I know you won't. And I put it further in my back. Put my back.
Oh, guys, please. I look what I bought. I bought this forgery kit and I want to just practice imitating someone else's handwriting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I never learned how to write.
Yeah, give me some paper. I'll write a full page for you if you want, and then you can copy that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give a paper and some ink and a feather, I suppose, to Vic. Cool, that's the one.
You apparently have spell scrolls, by the way, Yathina. Could have copied those.
Oh. I have one for sending, isn't it?
I think it was sending you brought.
Yeah. She doesn't want to mess with that.
Probably set it on fire. That's fair.
So you don't want to mess with your thing, but you're happy to mess with my special book you're about to do. Okay.
No, not because because I'm not sure how spell scrolls work.
I'm going to start writing with I will not burn. This is the first line. I will not set fire to anything non-hostile. I will not invade people's minds. And I write like a little list of like lines that you now have to copy. That's a full page worth of like stuff like that.
I feel personally attacked.
And then I give it back, you know.
Fine. And she starts like huffing and puffing and she starts trying to essentially forge and copy Vic's handwriting and Vic's signature.
All right.
That's what she's doing for the remainder of the day. That's my plan.
Okay. What happens if you click use forgery kit?
Um,
Oh, okay. So because you're not proficient with it, you don't get proficiency. Because it's not a tool proficiency you've got. But practice makes perfect.
that's my plan.
You spend the rest of the day nestled in the corner, just copying Vic's handwriting. To begin with, it's bad. But, you know, eventually you manage to work out the intricacies of the way he writes his A's lowercase and uppercase. So now your A's are fairly convincing.
Okay.
Almost like it's a start.
Ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of you doing?
Yes. Feet up on the table. Food and drink whenever I feel a bit peckish and thirsty. Read my book, I guess.
All right. I mean, you've read through this book quite a few times, but every time you read through it, you start to notice more and understand more about it, and more things pop out at you. Yeah. Makes it nice and rereadable. Sköld? Aqua? Nice. Good talk.
I think that, this was troubling, almost.
Yes.
The progress so rapidly.
Aqua has never had time to just reflect like this without doing stuff, so
Third
probably just drink.
Seems legit.
I'm going to just look over the magic items. I mean, we don't have a full day or anything, so I'm just going to have a quick browse over them and sort of inspect them briefly. I'll do a more detailed analysis and jot down things next time I do a full breath.
Okay.
Like before, after I finish my first drink, I lean back, look up, and then I realise, oh yeah, I completely forgot about him. How could I? And I want to try and summon my bird.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is it? There it is.
Oh my.
Summon Echo. Yeah.
Do you like what the wild magic surge check says, by the way?
Oh
Soon.
no.
Soon.
It doesn't make my soon. I like that.
I worked out how to change it,
Yeah.
so I thought I'd make it sound ominous.
Nice.
Can you change every single D100? So it tells you what it does as well.
I could do if I had time and patience. Okay. The four of you spend the evening just kind of doing your various tasks. Aqua summons Echo, and you all sort of have to deal with a parrot kind of copying basically everything you say. Like whenever someone looks up and says, whose round is it? Parrot's like, whose round is it? Whose round is it? And it gets old very quickly. Nell makes some progression on her newfound will to want to be a forger. And Vic, you read your book again. If there's nothing else you want to do, we can move on to the next day.
Yep.
You can take your long rests, heal up your wounds properly, regain your things. There we go. Cool. Alright. You wake up the next day, returning back downstairs. You notice that you didn't have to pay for board and lodgings. And pretty much every drink you've had since you settled in for the night has been free. Or at least, heavily discounted. Which for everybody but Sköld means about the same price you'd have paid when you first arrived. And throughout the night, people have been coming over to you quite often, sort of thanking you for saving the town from the menace, and how they've been to the prison and shouted their insults and disdain at the prisoner for attacking their precious town. A few of them have offered you gold donations. Not much. I mean, in total, if you accept it, you make about 5 gold and 6 silver.
Each?
No, in total.
No.
I wouldn't take it.
I don't
I'm sure Aqua probably would.
I wouldn't take
Right.
it up.
No one's taking it. I definitely will accept their generous donations.
What a surprise. And yeah, throughout the night, people do offer to buy you drinks, and just very genial and friendly towards you.
I don't take any drinks anyone buys for me. I have learned from my mistakes.
Wow, character progression, guys.
I drink every drink that is bought for me.
Make 3 Constitution saving throws.
Woohoo! Which one's? Oh, I was going to say, where are my saves? They're down here.
All right. Number 2.
Ooh.
All right. Number 3. With disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Let me do that one again then.
Wow.
Nice. Okay. You have so many drinks just given to you throughout the night that at one point you start feeling a bit woozy and tipsy, almost like you're not going to be able to carry on. But then you find your second wind and you power through, and you knock back like 10 or 12 fairly strong ales, and barely feel it. When you wake up in the next morning, there's like the mildest twinge of a hangover, but that's about it.
Nice.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
So,
The next day is yours to do as you please.
to the jail?
Suppose we should check on him and see if he's willing to give us any more information.
I was thinking last night when I was writing things down, and I give Vic a side eye. What if he was the one who stole the beanbag?
I mean, it's possible, but
Even more reason to us find out what he was doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility. It doesn't have to be, but it's a possibility potentially.
If we've got questions to ask, just add it to the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we doing this? Bad cop, good cop? mind invasion? Who's going in first?
We all go together and talk to him properly.
We'll do it properly first, and hopefully it doesn't come to anything underhanded.
Yeah, that's boring, but
Shut the
okay.
door again.
Oh,
Okay, to the jail.
To the jail. Where's the jail?
Keep going.
All the way down.
There you go. Sköld's there.
Line up. Okay. Feel good. I can't see Vic. Is he-
Sorry, I was putting the drink order in.
Literally, like IRL and in game, he's got like drink orders that sort of stacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, wait. Before we move in, does anybody want to be the face that talks, or shall I still be the?
Would be best if you do it. Hold on, I'm just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill at the back a little bit, I think.
All right. Don't forget about your temporary hit points.
Yes. Oh, I thought we automatically did it now.
Apparently not,
Oh.
which is kind of annoying.
now,
yeah.
since I got
Just 10,
here,
yeah?
Just 10, yeah.
am I still exhausted?
You only had one, so no, you're back to normal.
Okay, nice.
Okay. You walk in to the jail, and the two guards that you saw previously the day before are on duty. The guy on the left, it's sort of like a half orc, but also the size of a dwarf. It's a weird combination. He's the one that did most of the talking the previous day, is currently leaning back on his chair, feet rested on the table, asleep. And the snoring is quite significantly pronounced, like very loud snoring. The dwarf ahead of you, head of the table, is kind of head rested in his hands, and you can see like his eyes are barely open, like he's struggling to stay awake. And he sees you walk in. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're them that saved the town yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, indeed. We were just wondering if we could talk to our friend over there. But emphasis on friend as sarcasm.
Oh well, yeah, he's woken up a few times. But he hasn't moved. I haven't seen him move much.
Is he awake now?
I don't know. He goes and walks over and just starts slamming something against the metal railings. He is now. And then goes and sits back down. Feel free. Do what you need.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll just go up to the Salongo Inn because that seems a bit much. Suppose we just have to say whether he's open to communication.
You notice that the cell he's in is the middle cell. Seems to be the least kind of the least equipped. It's literally barely a room, and Rukun is just kind of curled up on his bed, sitting knees to his chest, arms wrapped around, and you can see his kind of eyes are fluttering open, and he looks over at you. I was wondering when you'd come back.
Well, you have some information we believe that may be useful in our investigation.
Yeah, you think?
Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. I'm open to doing it the easy way.
Doesn't sound like I have much of a choice.
Maybe not. But I was wondering if you'd be willing to tell us what exactly your party was doing when you went out.
Roll a persuasion check.
Our sheer feat of luck. Let's have a look
You can do it. I believe in you. Okay.
here.
You know, it's quite funny because it wasn't a very high DC. And by wasn't a very high DC, I mean you failed by 1.
Oh wow!
Yeah. You can see there's a moment of hesitation on his face, of him considering. Yeah. What's the point? I'm dead either way. May as well take it with me.
Well, either die in a cell or you die potentially helping other people. There's still time to help those that may be in danger.
There's no helping.
Well, you can see why you got roped into this sort of situation with that sort of attitude, but well, I still believe there is help to be done. And that's
Why did you attack us?
Because you snooped where you shouldn't have snooped.
Well, how about you tell us then about the things that I saw? Why are you saying that you are going to die either way? Because if you're in a prison, they're not going to execute you.
Leave that if you wish.
Who would want to kill you except for the people in this town? Because you attacked the priest for no reason. I understand you attacked us, but why did you attack the priest when you were already,
Distraction. He was stronger than I thought he'd be. I thought if you had to focus on trying to keep him alive, I could get away. Alas.
Why attack us in the first place then? You could have slipped away easily.
Why would you sneak into someone else's brain without any consent or warning? You stand there on your high horse while you accuse me, and yet you are just as guilty as I am.
So
Maybe I am. Sorry, go on.
We had reason to be suspicious. It looks like you've proven our suspicions correct.
Really? All I was doing was sitting there having a drink in a pub. And your friend here took it upon herself to dig through my brain.
And look what she found.
Sure, you could dig through anybody's brain and find interesting things. But doing it unprovoked and unconsensually, that's where the
Granted.
problem lies.
Not what I would do personally. But that doesn't change the fact that you indeed have quite the story to tell.
Oh, I do.
It would be a shame if all that went to waste.
There's no waste there.
Is there any way that we can help you?
You can tell you've piqued his interest. At least a little bit. How could you help me?
I'm not sure. You seem desperate. Otherwise, I don't think you would have attacked us. Otherwise, you wouldn't have tried to kill the priest and then after attacking us get away. Okay, I admit, I invaded your brain without your consent, and I apologize for that, but I can't unsee what I saw. And
What
now
did you
you are.
see?
What did I see?
What did you
I
see?
saw what I assume are your friends and you. I heard screams in the volcano, fire. I saw you. Not entirely sure whether you were mourning their loss or whether you were just thinking about losing them. Something happened in that volcano, and look, we have our own suspicions about what has gone. What has gone on, whether you were involved or not. But is there a way I can help you? I'm not sure how, but is there anything you want? Is there anything you need apart from, being in the cell?
You want to help?
If
Sure.
you have information that's useful, well, we can help you, and you can help a lot of people.
If you want to help me, get me out of this cell. Get me away from here. We'll call it even.
We call it even. How are we going to call it even? What are we going to get in return?
Get rid of me.
Well, that seems to be easy either way. We can walk away. I wouldn't have to deal with you again, hopefully.
I could get out of this cell without a problem. Getting out of the city, a little bit more of a problem. With your help. Easy.
Again, why would we? I have not heard any counter-offer.
Let's say there's a favor in it for you. Somewhere down the line.
Tell us about the volcano and we think about it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, come on, come on.
It wasn't what we expected. Starters, it wasn't empty. When you go into an ancient dragon's lair that's been dead for centuries, you don't expect to be accosted like we were.
By a dragon? Question mark.
No.
Cultists.
No. By fire. By just hell wrought into being, into just your nightmares.
Similar to what you unleashed upon the church.
Similar, but on a grand scale. And also led by something huge. Something bigger than I've ever seen before.
Again, a dragon?
No.
What?
A dragon would be quite obvious and easy to describe. This was not that. This was different. Don't know how to describe it.
Okay. And I'm sorry to ask this, but your friends died?
Yes.
And you still managed to get out with the loot that you have, or did you have that loot beforehand?
We all had our tasks within the group. Mine was to collect stuff and keep hold of it.
Mhm.
Theirs was to protect or
Okay.
deal with any of the problems. I was more successful than they were.
Are you the only one who survived?
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. Genuinely. I don't think I would be able to cope if I lost my friends.
He tries on a daily basis.
Let's hope you never have to find out what it's like.
I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm not going to invade your mind to find out the truth. So it's up to you whether it's up to you whether you want to lie to us or not. Did you take the heart of a sower?
You think that we would be able to manage that?
I don't know. Someone has, and you have proven yourself quite capable. I'm just not exhausting, but I'm just checking, essentially.
No. That was nothing to do with me.
What made you go into the volcano?
Curiosity, promise of loot, of plunder, of wealth, of riches. Why does any adventurer go anywhere?
Sounds
Very
like
true.
a pretty good deal. We should go.
Well, who gave you the lead that
Yeah.
this place was so full of loot?
We've been scouting it for a long time.
So this was all of your own doing, no influence outside.
Not really, no.
I don't believe you. Someone will have given you the idea that something's inside there. Someone will have told you about loot. As if you wouldn't go in there with any sort of deal made with someone.
All you have to do is have a basic knowledge of history and just enough time to be willing to look. Which is what we did. We spent a solid 2 years patrolling, exploring. The desolation is not a nice place to be in, but we searched and we found, and we went to claim what was ours. But
You paid a
it went
price.
wrong.
Okay. Okay.
You don't have to believe me, but that's the truth.
Yeah, that does seem to, well, don't have much else to go on, but it seems to stack up.
I look at Vic and Aqua and Sköld. I've heard enough.
Well, should we keep our end of the bargain?
I mean, I feel like if we try and break him out, there'd be problems. But if it's up to
Oh.
you, because you're the
I didn't say anything
owner
about
of us here.
breaking out. I merely think that we should at least ask what it would take to let this guy walk free.
I agree.
Do you think that place has something to do with the heart of a soul going missing?
Well, it's near the origin of where it was found. Could be that it has connections. We don't know. We have not much to go on, to be honest.
The heart of a soul is the heart of a dragon, isn't it? And you found a dragon slayer. Not a big leap to make that there's something. I mean, if it's not a dragon in there, we don't know what's in there, but not a big leap to make that maybe something has been awoken.
Well, didn't he say, like, hellish fire creatures? Couldn't they be, like, I don't know, trying to wake the dragon egg up?
Okay. The dragon heart, you mean?
Dragon archers.
Wherever it is. I'm confused.
Anyway, we don't know, and that's why we treated you with so much suspicion. We're investigating the disappearance, and, well, anybody who's been near or related to anything close to it is high on our list of possible subjects.
You seemed out of place in the tavern. That's the only reason why I read your mind. I apologize. It was uncalled for. I sometimes can't help my curiosity. I just wanted to find out who you are.
Interesting. Interesting. Just don't do it again.
I won't.
I don't appreciate having my privacy invaded.
Understood.
That's why you need NordVPN. As you're stood there talking to him, and he's sort of staring you down through the door, through the cage, you hear a click, and the door swings open slightly towards you.
I roll my eyes. How about we try this the legal way before you break out?
Don't know what you mean. How could I possibly have done that? My hands are tied, and he's got his hands literally like shackled together.
Look, we are going to help you, but we cannot risk getting ourselves in more trouble than we already are in. And I close the door again.
Alright. It locks as it closes.
I suppose I best turn to the prison guards and ask how much to set him free.
You turn, and the guard that you had spoke to earlier is back, like, head in hand, sort of drooping forward slightly towards the desk. As you turn and address him directly, he sort of sits to attention again. Oh, well, his bail's been set at, oh, it's a lot of numbers. I don't have enough fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Hold on, it's written down here somewhere. And he kind of rifles through some paper. Oh, blimey. Blimey, that's a lot of numbers again. A lot of zeros. 4,000? No, 40. Yeah, 40,000 gold.
Oi.
Who do we pay that to?
Well, I mean, you can pay it to me. I can make sure it gets to the right people.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you'd pay it to the bailiff. But he's not here right now.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't follow him around. His accent's all over the place. It's really hard to keep an accent going.
I look back at Rukun. Hold still. For now. We'll be back later.
If you say so.
I promise.
I gesture to go outside and just say goodbye to the prison guards and say that we'll be back later.
Yeah. I follow Sköld.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. We'll be here.
Okay, I whisper to the group once we're out. We could give him his ring of invisibility back.
Why would we really help him anyway?
Because I
Wow.
promised.
Yeah.
We promised we'd talk about it or think about it.
Well, in all fairness, I don't think he has, apart from attacking us and all that jazz, done anything wrong. And I know that we've had our fair share of unfortunate situations that we've managed to weasel our way out of. So,
Unfortunately, Sköld, you do make a point.
He's. Someone said this earlier. He was cornered. And he's a scared animal. He's. Oh my god, I can't words. I don't know what I want to say. He's suffered from a severe trauma by going into that volcano. Something's in there, and he has kept up his side. It's not a bargain, but he gave us information about it. I probably could have got out more of him, but I promised him not to read his thoughts again, so I wouldn't. But I think he's going to be more helpful for us outside than inside.
agree. And if he does attack us again, well, hopefully it'll be outside of the town, and we'll probably more
And
easily.
unless he's got a secret stash of new items, we have his
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For now.
Well, true. But hey, we defeated him once. I'm sure we can defeat him again.
I mean, but next time he might steal our stuff and just leave.
Yeah, he was fast, but then he went slow weirdly. Maybe he's slow all the time now.
I think I trust him. I mean, I don't trust him, but I think he wants to. Whatever he has seen has scared him. Whatever he has seen has convinced him that he's going to die, because it is so big and so devastating that it's bigger than him and bigger than us and bigger than the group that he was with. It's apparently bigger than it were beanbag. So I say we set him free. Best case scenario, he can help us in any way. Worst case scenario, he tries to attack us again and we kill him.
Okay. How do you want to... Because obviously giving him his ring of invisibility back is helping him, because it means he can escape at any point then, when the guards see the cell's empty. Does mean though he could steal stuff off us again without us noticing. The downside to that. But then the guards both looked like they were falling asleep.
I
Until
can
you
make
called
myself
them.
I can make myself invisible and sneak into the prison if I have to.
Well, the
We could
problem is,
just wait for them to fall asleep.
as he mentioned, there's not so much leaving the prison that's the problem. It's leaving the city, and he's
What
a
is
wanted
his?
criminal.
Why doesn't he just stay invisible and sneak on a ship?
Well,
He would
that's
need the ring for that.
yes.
Yeah. That's. I mean, but we give him
the
the ring
idea.
back. We give him the ring back. He can unlock his cell by himself. He makes himself invisible, sneaks out, and goes to sneak on one of the ships.
Yeah, or out to another town or anything like that.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
You've been very like forgiving about this. I don't understand why we want him out.
Because I think he can help us more than when he's outside than he's inside.
We're
He's
talking about
given-
letting him sneak out and go anyway. I don't get it.
I see a bit of ourselves in him, if I was to be honest. We've all made mistakes.
I guess, but I mean, I understand he might have been cornered, but if he was that cornered, he could have just walked away. He chose to set fire to the place. He chose
because
to stab
he was
someone.
pissed at me because he was angry at me.
That's not someone that's cornered. That's someone that's dangerous.
Well, I mean, he is mourning the loss of all of his friends. He can do the worst things to you. Makes you
Nell just shrugs. Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you take revenge on someone if they killed your friends? If they invaded your mind?
No.
I don't believe you.
What if someone read my mind, set fires and try to murder random innocent people? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
If you lost your friends, not necessarily just us, but anyone, and you tried to leave a city, and someone saw what happened to you, I don't know. I think we should set him free.
I'm always willing to give someone a second chance, but that is it. Anymore, it's just taking advantage.
And if it bites us
Then we
back,
kill
you
him.
know.
And we kill him.
Well, no, but if it somehow gets out that we helped him release, were we on the hook for 40,000 gold? Are we banned from the whole of this island?
Who's gonna believe who? Us, the heroes, or him, the villain?
It might not be a fact that, you know, word versus word, they might, with like you trying to get them the ring and trip over or something and let the ring go, or I don't know. Many
Wow.
things could go wrong.
A lot of things.
I've never seen that happen anywhere. That sounds like it's happening only in movies.
What's the movie?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Right, well, it's a group decision anyway. Who is in favor of letting him free?
I'm not going to go over Vic's head. If it's not a unanimous decision, then we're not doing it. We don't owe him anything. I just think it's the right thing to do.
We must keep hold of the invisible ring to throw it in the fire.
Is there any way we can convince you, Vic?
I doubt it. I just think it's a lot of risk for no real reason.
Hmm.
I mean, scared or not, like traumatized or not, he made a extreme choice, and then you want us to bail him out illegally, mind you?
I'm not going to do any bailing out. I'm merely going to give him back one of his possessions. What he does with it is totally up to him.
What
Okay.
if we take him along?
I think that's more incriminating than anything. If we're...
And gives him more of a chance to steal from us.
But yeah, I mean,
I'd
we're
rather
going to the volcano probably eventually after we've been to the other city that I forgot the name of, Tidorau.
Yeah.
He knows his way around that area. He said it himself. They have scouted it out for the past 2 years. It would be
That-
helpful to have someone to, as a guide.
If you think, okay, if you think this is the right choice, then make it.
But
But if it bites us, if it comes back on us at all, then it's going to be a big problem.
Damn, I was hoping you could say she owes us 10 gold each.
I think you're blowing the consequences out of proportion.
What I'd say is, if you were going to do this with the ring, you said getting out of the cell's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to attune to it, I guess, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, he's got all the time in the world.
he can
Yeah.
wait a couple of days until we're gone.
We don't have to tell him we're going to that city. We can tell him we're going to somewhere else.
Well,
Don't
one of the ideas of getting him out here is him to maybe help us as well, wasn't it? You're saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, then
Well,
we could
that-
tell him to meet us at that city in like
Well,
a week
that's
or
it.
so.
Personally, I would just give him the ring and tell him they can do what he wants with it. If he decides to track us down and find us, I'm sure he's capable of doing it. Which, granted, may be something of your concern, but likewise.
Sköld, what if you vouch for him? What if you say you're taking him as a prisoner and you vouch for him?
I
Taking
don't think
him
he'd have
as-
much jurisdiction to do that. To be fair.
No. I'm still just but a citizen. No political power here.
The only negative I see to leaving him in here is if he does escape, and then
And he will.
considers
He
us.
definitely will come after us. We
Yeah, exactly.
made him trust us.
That's
We-
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He said it's easy to escape the cell. Escaping the city is difficult, but not impossible. And knowing
Yeah.
how tenacious he seems to be,
When we were in there, did we notice any windows in the cells?
No, the cell he's in specifically is windowless.
What about the other cells?
Less windows and more peepholes. And there's one on like the outer wall, basically.
But he doesn't have a peephole either. We didn't notice any peephole.
No, not in his cell. His cell is like the bare bones cell. It's basically just like a small room with nothing but like a very simple bed and like a chamber pot.
What if he escapes and ends up killing some innocent people on the way out?
well, he's only likely to do that if he's not invisible.
Maybe.
Have you ever killed an innocent man or an innocent woman? She looks at Vic.
No. Innocent? No. Have you?
Okay. Many.
On purpose?
Sometimes.
Innocent people.
Aqua, you did a flash flood in a town.
But I didn't kill anyone.
That killed a lot of people.
I mean, I never saw any of it, so
I didn't see it. It's not legal.
Hmm.
it's
You
not
said-
on my conscience if I don't see them personally die from my attack.
No, you're saying you deliberately killed innocent people. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, mine were all to do. They were just in the way or behind the way of the
I was
witch.
just in the way. Doesn't
I
sound like
assumed they
a-
were all evacuated when she started murdering everyone.
Oh
Because
no.
that didn't just take 30 seconds from us leaving the hotel to going to the town square.
It was a very good evacuation for that town. I hope.
I'm not evil. The innocent people just got in the way.
Hey, you're making me out to be the bad guy here. I'm just traveling with you guys.
It's you guys the problem.
I am just saying, out of sight, out of mind.
And he will literally be out of sight.
That's it. Look, the way that I
What if-
see it is that
What if we ask him to draw us a map about the volcano area? And if he does so,
Well, he needs
We'll
to be
let-
out for that. I don't
No,
think he's
he-
got paper or pen
we
in
can
the
give
jail.
him. I have pens. I have quilts. I have paper. I have lots of it.
yeah, it's
Okay.
not legal to ask someone to draw something in jail. No, I don't think. So it's for the investigation.
Exactly. Okay, look. We'll think about it until tonight. We'll go back and ask him about the map. And we see how we feel about letting him out. And if we don't, then we won't. If we do, I'll sneak back in and drop him the ring. Everything else, not on our consciousness.
Yes. Well, I just think he'll escape either way, whether we help him or not. And if we do help him, at least then he has a slither of morality that hopefully he won't backstab us. But if we don't help him, then, well, chances are he probably will. Because we didn't hold up our end of the bargain.
We never said he was going to get. There's no bargain where we said we'll let you
Well-
out, guaranteed.
Hmm.
It was like we'll think about it, which I don't know why I even said think about that anyway. But
Well, at the end of the day, that was what was required to leverage some information out of him. And
Sometimes you have to do things that are morally questionable,
exactly.
even if you don't like it.
Now, we shouldn't be on any high horse when it comes to morality now, should we?
You guys sold your morality.
I don't know what you're on about. I clearly had it all.
I don't think you ever had morality to begin with.
There was nothing to steal.
Yeah, exactly.
On a sort of going out of character, if we do go away and think about this, that does give us the conundrum of one day to figure out what we're doing.
Well, it's morning. We have a whole day, so
Yeah, well, what we're gonna do.
me, I shall be back. I'm going to loo.
Okay, well, Aqua's going to the toilet for 12 hours, maybe more.
It's fine. You know? It's fine.
A mini drinks break.
Yes.
Where are those sweets?
I have nothing.
Are
How
quite
are your strawberries, Rob?
they're okay. I'll say they're quite generic. They kind of taste just like sugar.
going to have a brownie and some ice cream after stream.
That'd be nice. I need to make a brownie at some point. It's on my list of things to bake.
It said they would only take half an hour to bake, but they took like over an hour in the oven. I don't know what I did wrong. They're still nice though. They're very fudgy and very like chewy.
That's the best way. Might be just different ovens and such have different settings and all that jazz.
I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Is everyone gone now? Are we just taking an official break? I'm so
It looks like
it.
No, I'm still.
Okay.
Meglo's gone now.
Look at Vic being the morale of the group.
I know. What does it come to?
Mr.
Have I
Good,
done anything? When has Vic done anything that bad?
Mr. Good guy.
He ain't done
Come
too
back.
bad.
Welcome back.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm still gone.
I just think we're too down to break a bad guy. It could go so wrong, and then like we're just in trouble here as well.
Oh, I think we shouldn't do it. Like Yathina thinks we definitely shouldn't do it, but Nell really wants to keep up her end of the bargain.
I'm just jumping back and forth between you guys. I don't care what actually happens with him.
Literally no morality on Aqua.
Yeah, it's our teaching that we should, forgive people for their previous transgressions. Kind of like you can resmelt a bad sword into something better,
Or worse.
or worse. But you have to at least give it a chance. And then if it does turn out worse, then yeah, you throw it in the scrap pile. But at least you give it a chance.
Hmm. I think I might be more up for it if you didn't try to murder a priest of your faith.
Granted, but there
In
must have been a
cold
reason
blood.
why Vulcan saved the priests and also spared this one. If he wanted me to kill him, he would have given me the opportunity.
I had the opportunity and held off.
So what are we going to be doing for the rest of the day then if we're breaking
Meglo's
it
gone.
down?
I got my drink.
We're just gonna
Yeah.
play ourselves.
That's gonna relearn forgery again.
That is a good question. What are
We're
you
not
gonna
gonna
be doing
reload
for the rest of the day?
anything.
What for art thou doing?
Mm.
Can you not hear me? You were just ignoring me?
I mean, the thing is, if we're gonna actually decide to free him at some point, we have to kind of stay in the town.
That's what I'm saying.
We can't travel far.
Well,
Where
I mean,
if-
what do you mean? We can just slip in the ring,
Yeah.
bugger off.
Why aren't
and,
you-
I mean, that's
Oh.
if we do that like now, soonish.
yeah.
We can still. I wouldn't say
Hello?
we leave today anyway.
Hello?
Maybe the next day or something.
They have no
We'll
idea
see.
I'm
We'll
here.
see. We'll see when Meglo's back and then.
I am back. You stop listening to me.
Oh, he's back.
Why have you? I was like been back for about a minute.
Oh, we didn't hear you.
I know. I saw you on stream. You
Yeah.
were on mute.
I wasn't on mute because everything's unmuted. It just
Oh.
wasn't working. So, what are you doing for the rest of the day?
Probably
I'm so
continue.
glad you spent that entire time being productive instead of just talking about brownies and.
No, we went. I mean, we said we're gonna go and talk about it more. I don't know. My suggestion is that we are going to go back and just deliberate, and then, my suggestion is that we ask him to draw a map for us of the volcano area, and if he does that, then we will let him out in the evening.
All right. Anybody got anything to add?
Well, I'll be this time looking at the weapons that no one else wanted in great detail. I'll be scrying down any sort of patterns that are occurring on them and just noting down their general weight and sort of density, balance, all that sort of good stuff. And unfortunately, I don't think there was much in the way of like proper heavy armor. There wasn't. There was a cloak and everything like that, but nothing substantial. That's what I'm really interested in. So I'll make notes of them, but nothing too in depth on anyone in particular.
I'm pretty sure you've identified it all.
I have identified it all, but this is my personal notes, kind of things like, I identified them in my head, but it's writing them down so that
Okay.
further knowledge can be spread amongst my people.
Yeah, there's no armor. There's the cloak of protection, which I think went to Aqua.
No.
You got the cloak of protection.
I think I got that.
Oh, have
Yeah,
you got
Sköld
that?
pretty much got
Oh.
most of it.
Isn't that the one? Like, yeah, nobody wanted it.
Yeah. So the cloak, the brooch, and the boots.
The breach.
The brooch.
Yeah, so there's the breach of shielding, which isn't very. It's actually quite underwhelmingly designed for someone with a crafting background. Like this is poor work, but it's enchanted, so that adds something to it. The boots of elven kind, they are slightly better, but they are made by stinking elves. They're made from a material that's very light and almost socks in a sense when you pull them on, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, but they keep you protected from any like wet or any sort of wet ground, cold even. They kind of keep you nice and warm, and they fit quite snugly as well. They're quite nice. The cloak protection is a sort of deep blue, almost navy kind of colour. And
Wait, wasn't it orange?
was it orange?
Yeah, it was orange.
It was orange because that's what he's wearing.
Exactly.
You're right. I was testing you. Well done. The cloak of protection is orange, and currently it's sort of sized to fit a halfling. But you understand the magic of these things enough to know that it would adjust to whomst ever would wear it. There's the ring, which is just a band of gold with like engravings in it. And then the wand of fireballs, which I think Aqua took.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe now it should be. Yep, 7 charges out of 7.
Mm-hmm. The short bow is it's in the shape of dragon's wings. More specifically red dragon's wings, and it's a red colour. It's an interesting material. I can't remember if I said what it was made out of.
I think you did mention it, and I have forgotten. I think you said it was looks like it was made out of like the bones or something on a creature, but not a dragon.
Yeah,
I could be
sounds
completely
about
making
right.
that up.
It does sound right. It's made of the bone of a creature with the shape
Oh.
of dragon's wings.
There we go.
But it is a deep red kind of colour. The dagger is a normal dagger with like an engraving along the middle of it. That would probably fetch a hefty price by itself, but the enchantment on it adds much more value. And the scimitar, which... Did anybody take the scimitar?
No, I don't believe so.
No?
No.
But it's a flame tongue, so you can command it to erupt flames, which can act as a source of light and also heat, and can also deal extra damage due to, the fire. This is like quality craftsmanship.
Okay, so that's why I'm paying more particular attention to, if I was. Okay, apart from that, and thank you for the overview of all of them, that was very descriptive.
I tried.
I don't think I've got anything else I need to do, so...
You're done?
I'm done.
Vic, are you in agreement that we're going to ask him for a map of the volcano and then we set him free? And if that brings consequences upon us, we will just deal with them?
You do as you wish.
Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna chill out in the tavern.
Okay.
Vic is not amused.
Vic definitely is not a miss. Okay, I am going to send a message to Rukun.
Mhm.
The first message is, do I have consent to speak to you in your mind?
You can feel the eye roll. Doesn't seem like I have a choice.
I will stop talking if you tell me to. No response?
There's like just contempt.
Anyway, would you be willing to draw us a map of the volcano area? If you do so, we will give you back your ring of invisibility. And from there on out, you can do whatever you want to.
How do I know you won't just backstab me?
I wouldn't talk to you right now. We could easily backstab you. We could just leave. And trust me, some of the party wanted to. But I think you deserve a second chance. And, you've gone through a lot. And I also want a map of the volcano. And it's not a big deal to drop you the ring. Just don't make it look like we are responsible for you breaking up.
I'll consider it.
You consider it?
I will consider it.
All right, then I suppose you will contact me through any means that you have when you made your decision?
Indeed.
Right. I stop the connection and I go back to the tavern.
Okay, well.
That was very successful. He's considering our offer, guys.
Jeez, he's not making it easy for himself, is he?
Yeah.
Well,
I will if he agrees, I'll drop him the ring of invisibility, and then everything else is up to him.
well, I
Who's the
think.
sneakiest of us? Who's the sneakiest of us?
Well, I think it might be best if I give him the ring, because they would at least suspect me being alone. I'll just say that I forgot something, or that I need to talk to him, and then
But they can still make it fall back on you then, though. And I can just be invisible. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I don't. I'm sometimes a little bit clumsy and mess things up. So if you want to do it, be my guest. I'm just saying. I can make you invisible.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a point to do that.
If you're confident in your invisibility, then
I'm not.
then we'll go the more straightforward way.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Guys, if you want to blame something, we have Echo, my bird.
Oh, we
He
have
can carry the ring. He can carry the ring into the cell, drop it, and then just leave. And it'd just be a random ass bird. No one knows that I can make
Oh.
disappear as soon as it's done.
I like the idea.
That's the smartest thing you've said all day.
The wrist all
The
month.
smartest thing I've said my whole life.
I was going to
Never
say
get
that,
another one.
that sounds like an all campaign kind of situation.
That is so smart, Aqua. I 100% yes, that's a good idea.
I only remembered it because I realised Echo wasn't coming with us when we went to the prison. He stayed here in the tavern for some reason.
Good. Then no one saw him in the prison with us.
The ultimate plan.
But how are we going to get him to draw us a map?
I
That's the
don't
other
know.
thing.
He said he will contact me. I trust his abilities to do so.
Somewhat ominous.
I don't know.
Well, we'll just hope that he comes to his senses.
Yes. Round of dice, Vic?
I'm okay for now.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's like the deepest cut.
No.
He's a bit unimpressed. He's unimpressed.
Oh dear, Nell.
It's not just my fault. The other two are also doing it. What's Vic doing right now?
Sitting at a table, just relaxing, people watching. I'm sure there's probably people in now, but
Yeah, there's people milling about.
Yeah.
Position yourself where you're sitting.
Where am I sitting? Yeah, I'm here.
Vic.
There's one here.
Aqua is going away. What can we do to make you trust us? Well, make you trust me again.
Well, it's about a trust situation. It's a bit of a common sense situation, I think, but I just think they're taking a risk for no real gain. Or no massive reason.
Why does everything have to be for gain?
What is take a risk for no gain? If you want to take a risk for no gain, I don't understand what you mean.
Why can't we just take a risk to help someone?
Yeah, we have done before. We've helped people who needed help. People who didn't try to murder us and innocent people. Still, I hung up a bit about the part where you said that you've actively killed innocent people before. deliberately?
I wish I could give you details, but I really can't.
But you've deliberately murdered people on purpose, like went out of your way to.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't remember, not everything. I remember a few things, but I very hazy. But there have been people I both accidentally and on purpose murdered because I was told to, I suppose.
Cool. How can you? Okay. And you're considering yourself in that case the best judge of character on this Rukun.
I never said I was. I just think he deserves to be outside of the prison. I wouldn't want to sit in a prison. I would do anything in my power to get out of a prison if I was imprisoned. I said prison way too often.
Does everyone deserve to be outside of prison?
Most people do, yeah.
Sweeping statement. Well, look, you are your own people. If that's the step you want to take, then take it. But the consequences, well, will probably end up falling on all of us, I guess. But
Look, as Aqua said yesterday, and I know I repeat this, he was cornered. Yes, he attacked us. Yes, I understand that that's not cool. I'm not cool with him stabbing the priest. But after everything that happened to him, I think he deserves a chance.
cornered. He was cornered when he was inside the church, maybe. When he was invisible and walking around with these silent slippers, I wouldn't really call that cornered.
Maybe this is his way to get our attention. Maybe he saw an opportunity, didn't know how to go about it, and tried to get our attention through this. I mean, I invaded his mind. I know I did. I apologized for it. I'm not going to promise that I won't do it again. I did promise that, but that was a lie. I am pretty sure that something terrible has happened to him and he didn't know how to, I don't know, express his feelings. I don't know. Maybe he saw an opportunity. Maybe he was testing us to see how strong we were, why he stabbed the priest. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for him. I just think we should get him out of the prison. I think it's worth giving him a second try. I think it's worth trying to trust him.
Victor takes a swig of his drink.
Vic, I wish there was things that I could tell you about me, about my past. But the truth is, most of the things I don't know. There's things that I do know, but there's most of the things I don't know. Yes, I have killed innocent people. I don't remember their faces. I don't remember who they were. I just know that there was situations where it was both out and in my control that I killed them. And I am sorry for that. But
You apologise a lot, don't you?
I do.
They seem. I don't think they're genuine or hollow.
Say that again. I didn't understand what you said.
I can't understand if they're genuine apologies or somewhat hollow.
They're genuine. I am sorry. I'm sorry for a lot of things. I'm sorry for setting you guys on fire. If you...
Roll a deception check.
It's not a deception. I if I could tell you, I would. But I can't. I don't. There's a lot of holes in my memory, and that's the truth. And I just know that there's a lot of things that I have to be sorry for. And I do see myself in Rukun a little bit, and I don't think he deserves to be in prison.
Or maybe you do as well.
Maybe I
But
do.
I'm not judged.
No, clearly you are.
Hmm. So how's your plan going then?
I don't know. He hasn't contacted me yet.
So, game of dice.
Come on, Vic. Game of dice.
You three play. I'm fine.
All right.
I just sigh very loudly and I lean back and cross my arms.
Oh dear.
The guard from the jail enters the saloon. Ah, there you are. I was sent to give you something.
Oh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was Yes, that's it. He told me to give you this, and then he hands you a piece of paper.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Did
So
you?
just walks away?
Okay. I was okay. Okay. I put the piece of paper on the table. What is it?
It's blank.
Cool. I don't know how to read things that are secret. Aqua! I need your help.
You get no response from me, but the bird looks up at you.
What are you doing?
I'm just sat over here. But Echo flies around you a bit.
I look at him. Okay, this is not helpful. I do my special Nell's special produce flame. And I just hold a very tiny flame in my hand and hold it far away from the paper that it doesn't catch fire, but to see whether anything is heat activated or not.
When you hold the flame behind the piece of paper, you can see etched onto it a kind of something resembling a map.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, cool. I let the fire disappear. Nice. He draws a map. He drew us a map. I guess we can hold up our end of the bargain then.
Okay. That
Aqua,
way.
Aqua, how far can you... Echo, how far can you fly?
Good distance.
Aqua's voice comes out through the parrot.
That is not creepy at all.
Slightly disturbing.
Okay, we should maybe do it in the middle of the night. No, not now.
At that point, I suppose Echo, does go back to Aqua. And then I'm just going to come down and sit with you guys. As if nothing happened.
Totally normal.
Shall we order some dinner? On me. Well, on Sköld, but I'll pay Sköld back.
Okay. Sure.
Roll a deception check.
Nope, I will pay him back. Despite
It's
everything that
deception.
she has disclosed right now, she is trying to be honest. Not that you guys would ever know that, but you know.
All right. Sköld gets a round of drinks in. Something. Have you told the group, Sköld, that you've been getting free drinks?
No.
All right. So it's 7 silver.
Yeah, 7 silver, please.
For each of us or for all of us?
In total for the drinks.
Okay, I'll give him 7 silver.
Nice.
I mean, I assumed I was the hero of this town now and that I wouldn't have to pay again, so I haven't paid for anything yet.
No, you've been getting free drinks for quite a while. Okay. You get your drinks. Nell pays. Sköld, you're 7 silver up.
Suppose,
Okay.
is there anything else we can do in the meantime?
No. Vic isn't talking to us, so I just scold back at him.
Oof.
The atmosphere is tense.
Enjoying my meal. Waiting to see how this blows up in her face.
How long are we sitting at this table?
I don't know. How long is it?
Guys, how long are we sitting at this table altogether?
As long as
Well.
drinks are coming in, I don't mind.
So a couple of hours?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until it gets
Okay.
dark, maybe, yeah.
Okay. After... So I assume there's a little bit of conversation between me and Aqua, me and Sköld and Aqua, and Vic is staying quiet, yeah? Vic?
I guess so, yeah. And respond to things in general conversation, yeah.
Okay. After about 2 hours, and I have eaten my meal and I've drunken... Is that a word?
No.
Drunk? I've drunk a few ales. And I look at Vic, and you hear in your head, just in your head, I don't say this out loud. And also in your head, it already sounds a little bit slurred. I don't know how thoughts work, but you know. What do you want to know?
Nothing around Populous.
What does that mean?
Nothing where you could burn things down, basically. Because the last time I asked you something, you set fire to things.
He has a point.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna check something.
He immediately starts attacking us for no reason.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know how this works, so Meglo will tell me. I'm not gonna set anything on fire, no worries. No, I don't know. I don't want to risk anything. You hear back in your head. Alright, just when we're out of town, ask me.
Okay. You do realise if you wait until night time to do this, you're going to have to probably break in as well, right?
That doesn't.
Actually, he's right. There's no windows in the cells. Unless the
Aqua-
doors are just open.
Aqua, do you have Mage Hand?
No.
Oh,
What's that?
that's a spell. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's windows in the fucking prison. Maybe not in his cell, but the cell bars are open, right?
Yeah, I mean, It could probably fly in through one of the peepholes and then through that cell
Yeah.
into the next.
Exactly. That's the plan.
Peep up it. Okay.
I am very confused by this plan. Sure.
Hmm.
Okay, I give Echo the ring. Hold on to it.
I then tell Echo to hold on to the ring.
Just grabs it and wraps it around his claw.
Yeah. We are then gonna. We'll be back, hopefully. And then we're both
Hold
gonna
on.
head outside.
Okay.
Oh.
The only thing that I have to add is how does Rukun know it's us?
He knows. He knows. I told him that he would get his ring back if he gave us a
All
map.
right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna.
Is Aqua doing this alone? This is the wrong. There's no. Yeah. Okay. I'll let Aqua do this alone. I'm gonna mess it up more likely.
Yep. Aqua,
Yes.
you step out of the saloon. What's the plan, Stan?
I have gone to this bench to sit down
Mm-hmm.
as Aqua. I then
As
I'm
Aqua.
gonna as Aqua. I'm gonna then, using the senses of Echo, I'm gonna tell him pretty much where to go by seeing and hearing through his ears and eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That he needs to go to the prison.
All right.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Yes, please measure.
Where is the...
Bird is by the prison door.
I went too far.
It's very quiet. Very dark for the bird.
Yes.
But he can see because he has dark vision.
Can.
Is the
Imagine
door
having
open?
dark vision.
I know.
All right. Observer can't see much because Observer can't see through the bird like you can, but never mind.
I can't see through the bird.
Wait. Observer can see through the bird.
Interesting.
Well, maybe. You should be able to see through. You are set as an owner. Never mind. You send the bird in,
Okay.
and you lose connection with it.
Ah, shit.
Like, you can't see through it. There's
I guess.
a tense
Go on.
moment of worry, panic. The further down the street it gets, the less your connection is. And to a point where you just stop being able to see anything at all. Echo disappears. There's a long few seconds of nothing. And then silence. And then you just feel Echo getting closer. Now he's over here. He's flown in, dropped the ring, blown out the back, and is now behind this building here,
Oh.
flying back to you.
I will go down and meet him.
Alright. He is waiting for you.
I pick him up. He sits on my shoulder. And I notice he's no longer got the ring.
He doesn't.
Kinda hope that it landed in a decent enough place that Rukun knows, but I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm just going to head back to the pub.
Okay. Go back to the pub. All the lights are on. There's a few people stood around, sitting at tables. The barkeep is going, is getting quite busy. It's a normal evening in the saloon.
Yeah,
Well.
let me just go get Echo. He's still technically stuck outside. If he can't go for a while, he gets stuck. It's kind of funny.
Aqua, how did it go?
Wow. Echo no longer has the ring.
Okay.
It has been placed in the jail.
Okay.
And I learned that there is a range that I can control Echo. So...
Good to know.
So,
we
do you know if the guards saw Echo?
Echo went in as fast and out as a couple of seconds, maybe half a minute. He was in there. It wasn't very long, and he never come out with the ring, so...
He telepathically tells you that the guards were asleep.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, he tells
The
that
only
to me,
worry-
guys. And then I tell that to you.
Okay. The worry I have is if someone saw it and thought it was suspicious for some reason, now they see this bird with us.
I mean, if you want, I can send Echo to go sleep.
On the roof or something, I don't know. Or...
No, let me try something, and then I'm gonna just, as hard as I am, see if I can, I don't know, picture somewhere nice for Echo to go, and then send him to a pocket dimension. I
Okay.
don't know I'm doing that, but I'm gonna send him somewhere.
Gone.
There you go.
I hope there's a lot of worms there while he's gone. Anyway, are we making our way to Kidderall tomorrow?
Yeah, to the east, yeah.
Yeah. That's
How
the main-
long? How far is it?
You would know, Sköld, that it's about 3 days walk along the road.
3 days walk is not.
So yes, we best get a few supplies, make sure that we're stocked up and well rested, and then we can make the journey. It's on the main road, so it should be well.
Yeah, dwarven roads are well maintained, so
Yeah.
you know the journey shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay, sounds good. Then, shall we all have a rest and leave in the morning?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
It's a plan.
Okay.
All right.
Shall we go upstairs?
I'm not sleeping down here.
As Vic gets up and I get up as well, and I nudge him into the ribcage a little bit. I still like you, even if you're grumpy.
Okay.
Just
You're so rejected.
absolutely savage, honestly. Like on a whole nother level. I love it.
I love Sköld constantly goes back there.
It's his little
love it.
hidey hole.
Like my privacy. And
I mean, you
yeah,
could literally just pay for another room.
Nah.
nah, we're used to it now.
Okay.
I got my bedroll and everything.
Yeah, you're fine.
He got his bread roll.
Not my bread roll. And yeah, as soon as I like hit the pillar, I'm out like light. You know, my consciousness is clear as anything.
Okay. Okay.
It's just that was kind of like a smug.
Of course. Of course. All right. Now,
Yes.
while you sleep, you dream. And it's a familiar dream to you. Seemingly more familiar every time you have it. It tends to be how familiarity works. You picture your house after it's burnt down. Days, weeks, years. The fire's out. There's no smouldering embers in. Just a shell of a burnt down house. You stand at the end of your pathway, just staring. And then you notice that you're not necessarily dreaming, you're just watching freeze frames. And every few seconds, you look at the same house, but different somehow. Grass is longer, a bit more overgrown, less well kept. And then there's trees growing in the garden. And the frame of the house is less structurally sound even now. And then, again, this time, there is almost a forest around your house. The trees have grown. The shell of your house is almost gone. You're more of a wilderness than a dwelling, village, town, whatever it may be. Each time, you feel the same. You look the same. You look down at your hands. Same. Surroundings change. You have a feeling of being watched. Like someone's constantly just out of your periphery. That you can't quite glimpse. And that continues throughout the night.
Is there anything I can do, or it's just a dream?
Do you want to try and do something?
I want to look around.
You look around and you just notice that every time the scene shifts, you're stood in the same spot, but it's just getting more and more overgrown. You're seeing decades of growth of vegetation in seconds. You're seeing decades of decay of what used to be a small little village that was sort of starting to thrive, just disappear. You're overtaken by wildlife. The framing of your house just gets more and more ruined. But there's always something watching you.
Does the framing of the house ever fully disappear? Or
No.
if I stand there and watch it, I can still make out where it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even at the very end of the dream.
Even at the very end of your dream.
Okay. I'm not going to do anything else.
Okay. Sköld.
Hello.
You also have a weird dream tonight.
Oh god.
Being back home, and interacting the day before, I believe, with the priest in the temple. You can feel the commendation you received tucked away in a pocket. As you sleep, it warms you almost. Sort of envelops you. And you dream during the night of being in an almost endless and eternal forge. The ringing of hammers and hammers on anvil, just surrounding you. Dwarves lauding their creations and inspecting and critiquing and praising other people's creations, and just, enjoying the surrounding, like they're enjoying their existence. Far in the distance you can see what seems to be a statue, maybe, of a fellow dwarf, a hammer in hand, raised above its head, ready to bring down on an anvil. You just know instinctively that this is your deity, watching over all of those residing in his forge. Makes you feel good.
Nice. Suppose I can take in the scenery and just kind of see what's going on around me, but like most dreams, I suppose it's quite fuzzy, the details.
Almost, yeah. It's detailed enough for you to know what's going on. But there's also, you can't quite see what people are making. People hold up their creations into the bright lights of the sort of ceiling, I guess, the sky, but they're just a blur to you. But you do see in your hand a hammer and metals and woods and crafting materials. When you wake up with inspiration.
Yeah. Good.
Aqua,
Yes.
while you sleep, make a Constitution saving throw.
Right.
What did you do? Oh no!
Right.
Aqua, the last 2
Yes.
days of incredibly heavy drinking have taken their toll. I'm assuming you're sharing this bed with Nell.
No.
Yes.
All right. roll a d4 for me. 1 to 2 is out of the bed. 3 to 4 is on Nell's side of the bed.
Okay.
Okay. You
Oh my god.
wake up and your stomach churns and you just vomit all over the floor. It's not pleasant. You are very unwell and you are considered poisoned. You eventually get back to sleep with just like this pool beneath you.
Oh.
Yay.
Yeah. Vic,
Mm-hmm.
how are you feeling? What kind of
Generally, okay. What do you mean?
what kind of sleep are you having? Like, do you feel like you don't feel particularly good about what's happened, but like, how's it affecting you?
I guess he's more anxious about what could go wrong because he's used to things going wrong, especially when Nell has a decision
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
or a choice to make. So he's kind of like probably just a bit anxious about what might happen. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it, really, I think.
Okay. You have a nightmare,
Mm-hmm.
and this nightmare is a replaying of the combat, the altercation you had with Rukun a few days prior. But this time, the fireball doesn't come from an invisible source. It comes from Nell. Stood there, pointing this wand of fireballs at you and your friends, laughing her maniacal laugh. The split, burnt half of Nell also stood beside her, laughing maniacally and slightly unhinged look on their face.
Mm-hmm.
And your dreams are dominated by a replay of that fight, but against Nell instead of Rukun.
Okay.
But daytime does eventually come. You all wake up. Long rests found.
I wake up immediately to a horrible smell. Oh god, what is that?
It's not nice. It is not nice. Sköld, it's pooling right next to you.
Brilliant. Pulling next to me, what? I've got a
Take that for
divider.
inspiration.
I've got a divider to stop any of that.
Oh
Sort of
no,
It's
stuff.
only
this
a
divider
divider,
has
it's
like
seeping under.
an inch or two gap at the bottom.
Great.
Oh, that's horrible. Aqua, what did you drink and eat last night?
Only the same as you guys.
Oh,
Plus everything
God.
everyone kept buying you.
I mean, yeah, I did keep drinking. I guess
Right,
this could have
mainly
been
water.
from me.
Oh, all right, shall we go? Well, I don't think I can have breakfast after this. No. Shall we think about how we can get on the road?
Yeah, I think it's best if we leave this hotel now that it's been soiled by.
Wow.
I
Not like we did this in Wilden, wow. No, the Orville. Orville?
yeah, over.
Over.
But I
Over.
was too drunk to remember that. I am casting prestidigitation just to mask the smell, but I'm imagining it because she just woke up, imagining it just like mixing like the smell of vomit mixing with sort of the smell of flowers or something, and it's just creating an even worse smell.
Great.
Also casting, oh, where is it? False life.
Alright. Cool.
No,
Okay.
So, are we walking? Are we trying to find transportation? What's the plan, guys?
Well, if we don't mind the extra time, then it's 3 days walk. So
I mean, for once,
I'll-
we're not in a rush anywhere. We
Hmm.
can literally take as much time as we need with this one.
well, apart from the potential end of the world, but yeah.
Yeah, that's always the case, isn't it?
Hmm.
Vic, are you still pissed at us?
We'll see. When we go downstairs.
Right. Okay, now it's getting dressed, and yeah, then she's making her way downstairs because she doesn't want to stay in this room that smells so awfully.
I've smelt worse.
I believe you.
Oh, still nighttime down here.
My goodness, that's so climate.
We take that long going down these stairs?
It's just an infinite stare.
Oh, imagine that would be like literally such a horrible thing to do. Never.
You hand out those potions in the end, by the way.
Oh yeah, I would have done. I would have done so like 2 days ago already. So everyone, can I do that myself, or does Meglo have to do that?
You can do
There
it
is
from
a
your inventory if
button.
you want 'em.
There's a
Um,
button.
I think.
Yeah.
Unless it's not
let's
on
see.
installed. God damn it.
Oh, that might be yeah.
Yeah, no,
Ah.
it's not.
Try
So
and...
yeah,
I'll do it. What are you doing?
everyone gets a potion of healing superior, and I keep one for myself, and all of the other 3 get one.
Alright. Nope, not 11. Just 1.
Like my 77 temporary hit points.
Oh, God.
Who did 77? What?
I accidentally put in 77 temporary hit points.
God damn it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if we want to stop off anywhere before going, or if we just want to head out.
How's everyone on? Oh, I mean, we picked up rations and stuff 2 days ago, so we should be good on that. And also, the quicker we get out of the city, the better.
Hmm.
Get some fresh stuff on the way out.
I
if you have
mean-
to.
How
Yeah.
busy is the pub? How many people are here?
Not much at the moment, no.
Okay.
Any oh, excuse me. Any chatter about someone breaking out of prison?
Make a perception check. Not that you can hear.
Okay. I still have the disgusting smell in my nose.
Yeah, it's bad.
Aqua, really, you need a bath.
I wash myself every time you set me on fire.
And when was the last time that happened?
Okay, it wasn't you that last time set me on fire, but it was when we fought Rukun.
Well, if we find a stream along the way, then we can always
Go for a swim.
or wash. I mean, we wouldn't want to contaminate anywhere else near the near population.
What happens
Just
when
like-
you turn into a puddle? Do you automatically come out of the puddle washed?
Hmm.
These are
my
the questions
clothes
that
are
need
still the
answering.
same.
Something to ponder about. Yeah.
I don't really notice when stuff's wet or damp. It kind of just is how I am.
Really?
Yeah,
Can I lick your hand?
that's a bit weird.
Okay.
Actually, it's you now. That's not weird, but still, no.
And Mel looks genuinely disappointed.
Do it.
She wouldn't do it without his consent. Alright, on the road we go. Eastwards.
Alright.
On the road.
Okay. As the 4 of you head off towards the edge of the city to go towards Kir Doral, we will end the session there for this week. Good job, guys. You didn't die.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
We leveled up.
no, you just get the image of Aqua vomiting all over the floor.
Oh, wow.
Great.
You're welcome. No, you level up.
Great.
You're fine.
But only
Wait,
because
what?
only because Aqua vomited all over the floor.
Basically, yeah.
Wait, we actually do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So everyone roll hit points before we go.
You know what that
Oh,
means?
that module's not on. No.
Which one's not on?
Yeah. I always forget which
You
dice
can
we
level
roll
up
for this.
next to the
Oh,
levels.
God damn it.
That's alright.
To be
I'm a
on.
D10, aren't
D10, yeah. So just roll
Are we
just
D4s or D6?
D6.
D6 for sorcerer. And also, guys, you know what that
I?
means?
Ooh,
Nice. Nice.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
nice.
It's
So
a
is
D8
that-
for clerics, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I love how
So I get 12.
you get 12.
99 HP. Oh.
That's like our only rolls really today. They're like our best.
I love. Oh, reroll. Reroll ones.
Someone has to have the bad roll.
Reroll again. Come on.
Wait,
Right.
I got-
Oh, mate.
I'm actually 101, aren't I? Because I get the +2 per level for.
That's better. Tough.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice.
All right.
I can set you on fire then.
So
Again,
Aqua and
probably. Have you?
Nell continue to have the same hit points.
Which is, I've got mine at the moment set for 55. But I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
I have 55 too.
Okay.
And then Sköld.
Sorcerers don't get anything at level 5, do they?
I don't think so.
No, it was level 6 where you get extra stuff.
Sweet. All right. We'll go over anything that needs to go over during the week. So hit me up if you need to. And thanks for hanging out. Stream. It was a good stream. Once we eventually got going. Nobody died. That's good. That you know of. So yeah, we'll pick this up next week as we head off to the capital of Karasgard, Kir Doral. Very exciting.
Nice.
And we'll see where the story takes us from there. I am very close. I'm going to try and finish it tonight before I fall asleep. To editing the last 2 episodes together, so they should. If I can, I'll release that tomorrow. Then this session will go up on Thursday. You can kind of catch up if you're a bit behind. So yeah, Saturday for Ancient Unknowns. Hopefully no illness this week, but the bad thing about illnesses is you can't really predict them, so we'll see. And yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday and then Tuesday. Exciting times. Are we raiding anyone, Yathina? We are. We're going to go and raid Advanced Dungeons. It sounds amazing. So let's go say hi to them, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.